Hello, everybody. It's the coach welcoming you to Madden Ultimate Team. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Houston Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, we're out to Arrowhead for the call from Kansas City. We'll hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And hi again, everybody. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. Still going. They can't stop him. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line. The Texans offense ready for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Randy Moss, 52 yards. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Boswell good with the extra point.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Yeah, we'll see what his offense can do.
I think when people start talking about the greatest Ravens of all time, Ray Lewis's name comes up pretty fast, doesn't it? Tackles like that, just the tip of the iceberg when you start to talk about his talents.
He was their second pick after the move to Baltimore. What was that, 96?
Yeah, 1996. Jonathan Ogden was the first.
And Ray Lewis also two-time Super Bowl champion and the MVP of Super Bowl 35.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And this is going to be incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Here's Jackson. The quick feet by Jackson. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On play action, Wentz going deep here for Landry. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there for Houston. 51 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Throwing now is Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Randy Moss with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Texans. Will add on to their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Black 58 rail.
And before they can get settled in here, time expires on the first quarter of action. Plenty of scoring here already. We're back with more from Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and that'll make it third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Chris Conley, 57 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. Throwing on first is Wentz. Throw left side, complete to Moss. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now Wentz again. And he fires one incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, here's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Black 58 real. 39. Black 58 real. 39.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Left, 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 left. Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And Butker able to put this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The final shot before half for Wentz. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to be marked down deep into Kansas City territory. You sure you're ready for the third quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be
in a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Reggie Ragland, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rush will just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And the kick by Butker is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Landry the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hurts over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much.
We're back now in KC. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Now they'll run it on the toss. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Let's go.
Here's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop. Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
There we go. Back.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Hang in there now. Here we go.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Waiting.
To throw is Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Here we go. Back. Waiting. Check. Wrap.
Wentz to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually...
Mahomes hit, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Boswell for the extra point. Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is because moving the ball, feeling good.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Wentz to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Randy Moss, 26 yards. And the Texans will extend their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Chiefs now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Now it's Mahomes again. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Mahomes to throw once more. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
35 yards that time on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out comes Houston. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes. Get out of there.
And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Vernon Davis, 32 yards. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.